December of 2021, Chael Sonnen was involved in an altercation at the Four Seasons Hotel in Las Vegas, where he allegedly attacked multiple individuals, including a couple and hotel security staff. He originally faced multiple charges but later reached a deal, pleading no contest to a lesser offense and paying a $750 fine. Last night, Chael posted a video to his Instagram apologizing to the couple.
Dr. Chris and his wife, Julie Stelflew. Mr. and Mrs. Stelflew, a number of years ago in Las Vegas, were coming down a hallway and trying to get to their room, encountered a maniac. Me. And I apologize. I wanted to apologize for a number of years, but it just wasn't right. It's a whole situation and it just takes time. But I got to tell you, it has been bothering me, and I would extend this apology to their children. Their children were not present, but I have children. I could reverse the role and think of myself as a child with my own parents. Your parents get drugged through the media and a legal case because they encounter a madman while doing what they should be doing in a hallway, which is walking to their room. I mean, I gotta tell you, you wrote an apology, and I sincerely give you one. I was by myself when I met them. I was on my trip with my wife, and because of that, there was something I had heard, or a combination of you guys had asked me. My wife had nothing to do with the story. They've all never seen, never even put eyes on one another. This is very specifically to the madman, from the madman in the hallway, me, to Mr. and Mrs. Stelflew. I sincerely apologize. I would like to repeat, I also apologize to your family, your children specifically. And I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you.
Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev talk some trash to each other today ahead of their fight at UFC 319. Khamzat kicked it off by posting this photo of Dricus with his team. He added Dricus and added a bunch of donut emojis with a laughing emoji. Dricus replied saying, "Oh would get you there, but there's no inbred emoji." A Khamzat fan account responded saying at least he knows who his father is. Dricus replied saying yes, his older brother probably. Another Khamzat fan account replied saying no grok needed. This gay fighter takes it in the from his coach. Dricus responded saying but at least not my relatives. Jon Jones clears up some recent comments he made about Islam Makhachev. Earlier this month, this clip surfaced on social media of Jon saying that Islam is still new to the sport, which aggravated some Islam fans.
Like 3 fights, you know what I'm saying? Title fight.
He's talking about with Islam. He's saying that he's a little new in the sport still.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do before.
But he has a big future. You got a big future.
Big future, but I think that same Habib career, not long.
Yeah, not very long.
And just started the pressure just to make the fight so it's done a lot. You know, you kept on keeping on, and I still are. Well, how's this even argued?
The longer you're on top, the more time your opponents get to study your footage. People fixate on fighting you instead of the next opponent.
And it's starting.
Yeah, it gets harder and harder the longer you're getting older.
And then they're yelling at you, and you're like, you know, you're starting than me. So it's like, why are you even talking about like this?
In an interview with Red Corner MMA, Jon responded to the backlash saying, "I feel like the comment I made a lot of people upset, a lot of Islam's fans upset. But really what I was trying to do was I was trying to translate for Nate to the Russians. Nate speaks in a very laid-back way. He speaks with a lot of slang. If you're not American, it may be hard to understand what he was saying. So I was just trying to translate for Diaz. But at the same time, me saying that Islam is an up-and-coming fighter, when it's coming from me, I can say that." Jon also responded to an Instagram comment today saying that he ruined his own legacy. Jon said, "Jon Jones, youngest champion in UFC history, most dominant, longest reigning, made millions, left the sport on his own terms, flipped that fight money into real business success, became a great father, inspired people all over the world. Yeah, what a terrible legacy." Robert Whittaker recently shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev. Having faced and lost to both men, Whittaker believes Khamzat will be able to take Dricus down and control him, at least in the early rounds. However, he questions whether Khamzat can maintain that high-pressure style over the course of a full 5-round fight.
Chimaev, how do you stop his takedown? Okay, I don't think Dricus will stop Chimaev's takedown. It's like, oh, hey, trust me, it's kept me up at night. I've been just running it back.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a way, but it's tricky. Okay, because once he gets his hand on you, once you back up on that fence, he's going to stay there on you. Now, can he do that? Can he? Because I believe he will get Dricus down. He will control him for a round. But if he can't put him away, what does he look like coming out in round 2?
Yeah.
And then, let's say he does it again. What does he look like coming out in round 3? And then we've got that Usman fight again. Okay, and Dricus, like, he's got a gas tank.
Yeah.
He's got that dog in him. He can. If you don't put him away, he'll keep fighting. Like, he'll keep coming at you with his bombs and his punches and his kicks. He'll keep doing it, like, until the bell rings. And I think that's one of his superpowers.
Yeah.
I guess that's the biggest thing in play for this fight. It's just like what Chimaev does with the takedowns. Because I believe there is no doubt in my mind that he gets them. But what does he do with them?
Garry continues to trash talk Jack Della Maddalena. Today he posted this video to his Instagram. He wrote, "JDM action figures on sale now."
I'm in a comic book shop here in England and I am shocked. Never in my life have I seen the UFC move an action figure as fast as they have Jack Della Maddalena, mate. I am so proud of you. Look at that. World champ, and you've got your fucking action figure. Good on you, pal. Very proud of you. Good job.
Joaquin Buckley calls Sean Brady stupid for allegedly turning down Kamaru Usman. Buckley versus Usman goes down at UFC Atlanta next month, and he says Brady's recent win over Leon Edwards means nothing. In an interview with Parry Punch, Buckley said Usman claimed he wanted the Sean Brady fight. Sean Brady skipped on him because he's like, "I don't need you now. I'm #1 contender." Brady's stupid. If that's true, Brady, you dumb. The name you collected ain't worth nothing. Leon Edwards ain't worth nothing. Sean Brady's stupid because Kamaru Usman, he is that guy. Kamaru Usman will be a Hall of Famer in the UFC, no doubt. So the names do matter. The names do hold value. The names do hold weight. So Sean Brady f***ed up, but his f***up's my blessing. Muhammad Mokaev drops his sparring partner with a body shot. He posted the footage on X. He wrote, "Man said you'll never drop me with a body shot. I do core work every day."
Oj, 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 oj. Daj se normalno?
Da.
Все, упал.
Сейчас можно душить, бля. Нормально. Сейчас он развернется.
Arman Tsarukyan discusses what it was like training with Demetrious Johnson. Arman has high praise for DJ and says he hopes to train with him again in the future.
How was the training with Mighty Mouse?
It was good.
Was that the first time ever training with him?
Yeah.
What do you think?
He's so smart.
Really?
Yeah, and I would like to train him with him again.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it that you could tell from a fighter when you've trained already with TJ Dillashaw, Mighty Mouse, Luke Rockhold, these guys? I mean, you've trained with a lot of fighters since you've been here. How do you know if a fighter is good? Obviously, Mighty Mouse is one of the GOATs, but what is it about him that you're like, damn, he's good? Because you guys were just
I mean,
trained.
he has like completely different like a style, you know, because he's 125 fighter and he does that thing like we never gonna do that because he's so explosive and like he can go to the clinch and like grab you, but like 155 fighter, if you go to the clinch, one punch can like, or like you have heavyweight.
He kind of
you
defies
go
gravity.
like this to the yeah, for sure he's going from the left side because it's safe side. But anyway, a little bit different like styles, but like he showed me a couple of things. I got like a couple of questions and I asked him and he said me, yeah, don't waste energy here, just let him go punch and then go again, because sometimes from the wrestling, if grab one leg and like I want to take him down. If you lose on your mind, okay, you grab leg and you lose, but like he like go wrestling. If he feels he can you down, can you take you down, he goes to the punch again and change levels always. He doesn't stay on one position long time, you know. He always like he's well rounded. That's why he can like change wrestling with striking, knees.
Israel Adesanya reflects on his time training with David Goggins. Izzy got some heat for training with Goggins. Fans pointed out that Tony Ferguson trained with him for his fight against Paddy Pimblett, and Tony ended up losing.
I got what I came for. And the thing is, people are so stupid. Not just the way people like, Tony Ferguson, this and that, right. They start to like talk all this shit. Bro, shut the up. You know why? This was an experience, as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I wanted to train with Goggins because I wanted to see how he does it. Psycho. I wanted to feel it. And I did. I felt it. I seen it. Last week, I watched the whole workout again, but I wasn't watching me. I was watching him, just seeing how he kept this pace. I was trying to see, is there any bits he broke or he was going to break, but he just kept on pushing. He's a maniac, bro. Like, actual.
Tom Aspinall discusses MMA fighters who gas out. Tom uses Michael Chandler's recent fight against Paddy Pimblett as an example, due to Chandler getting tired early on. He says it's not because Chandler is unfit, and it has more to do with fight IQ and being efficient with energy.
UFC fighters do get tired. A lot of it comes down to efficiency, like how efficient are you at doing the techniques that you use. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but if we see guys like Michael Chandler, he's recently fought against Paddy Pimblett and he looked tired in there. The reason he's tired isn't because he's unfit, because he's extremely fit, he's extremely well conditioned. The thing with somebody like a Michael Chandler or someone very explosive like that is that you have to choose when you go and when you don't go. Like, you can't sprint for 5 minutes. And if you do sprint for 5 minutes, obviously you're gonna get tired. So if you do have that style where you blitz and you go and you try and finish and you're explosive, you have to choose when you're going to do that, when you're not going to do it. Otherwise, you are going to get tired. Yeah, it's simple as that. So a lot of it is in efficiency and fight IQ and experience is like, you know when to go and when not to go. Everybody who's in the UFC is unbelievably fit, but you can still get exhausted in there because you're using your energy at the wrong time.
Jean Silva recently offered to help Charles Oliveira prepare for Ilia Topuria, and he has since doubled down on that offer. Silva says that he's better than Topuria. On his YouTube channel, Silva said, "I did better than you. Topuria fought Bryce Mitchell and it was a fight. He got hit, he got dizzy, he got knocked down already in the UFC, but I haven't. How long did my fight last against Bryce Mitchell? How many hands did he land? Topuria's fights, even the ones he won by knockout, how long did they last? In a way, there was a fight between him and his opponents. Myself and my opponents, honestly, there was no fight. Not because they suck, but because I study a lot. And if he wants to know where did I get that from, why I say I can mimic him, it's from his fights. Not talking crap. I know he's very successful, but that's called copying what works and adapting. I'm doing that with Topuria, so yes, I can do everything he does. I know he walks and hides his back foot to throw the straight or cross. I know he has powerful hips, but when he throws and misses a heavy hook, it often causes him to turn so much that he gives up his back. We saw that in the Bryce Mitchell fight. How many times did he give up his back? Let's be honest here. Topuria doesn't believe he can lose, and that alone is a good advantage for him. Someone who hasn't lost, or who hasn't lost in a while, doesn't believe he can lose, and that gives you bigger chances than others. But if the Charles Oliveira that fought Michael Chandler goes into this fight, he doesn't need Jean or anyone else. He gets it done no problem. But why not use all the weapons he has around him? I'm one of those. Because I'm better than you. That's why I haven't done the same. I did better than him. I don't want to talk badly about Topuria. I just think I fight much better than he does. And if you watch it closely, every time Topuria drops his hand, on the same side he slips his head toward. Same thing to the other side. He threw a right overhand, then leaned back and threw a left hook. He opened up to land the hook, but it was too wide. And both times he got knocked down in MMA. Inside and outside of the UFC were like that. That's why I know I can mimic him. From watching his fights. It's no secret, just studies. And he doesn't like it. It's all good. John Jones and Nate Diaz were involved in a huge altercation while filming ALF Reality. On X, this user wrote, "I've just seen about 80 Russian MMA fighters jump Nate Diaz and his team in Thailand. Jake Shields got kicked in the head a few times too. Shields replied saying it didn't faze me though. Jake Shields then posted the footage to his Instagram. You can see him getting kicked in the head in the beginning. Nate jumps in and starts punching an individual while John tries to break it up. Jake Shields broke down this whole situation on his YouTube channel. If you want to go check that out, a link will be in the description. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Partner2887. It says, Ian Garry is the definition of hypocrisy. The second one's from the Gaming Lender. It says, Ian Machado has no room to talk about finishes in the last 4 fights. Dude has no finishes in his last 5 fights. And the final one's from Ben F4226. It says, Ian Garry using his kid to promote a fight, but saying don't talk about my kid while promoting the fight. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.